MLB The Show. The Atlanta Braves and the Toronto Blue Jays. We get a chance to watch one of the hottest bats in the game. He's been huge for his team, Singy.
Yeah, just impressive contact and seems to find every gap available, Boog. I can't wait to see him in action in this one. Practically unstoppable as of late.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about ready to go. And today's starting pitcher, Jose Berrios. How about a report on him, Chris?
Well, he recently got his 100th victory of his career. Got here pretty fast. I know he's excited to be in triple digits. Now it's time to work on one-on-one. Excited to see him on the mound today.
All right, ready to go here. Now it's the right fielder, Ronald Acuna Jr. Just off the outside edge. And that's how this series begins. That one hammered center field. Way back there. That's long gone. The first batter of the game leaves the yard. It's his 6th home run of the season, and they grab the lead. It's 1-0. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. Well, you got to love a game that brings some action from the jump. And at the plate, he was looking for a pitch to absolutely drive. And, you know, leadoff hitters aren't up there anymore just working the count, trying to get on. They're looking to make some noise and do some damage.
Ozzie Albies up to the plate. Good power. Not great in the OBP department. That misses. And that's ball 1. Berrios, a former All-Star. He features a sinker, a slurve, a four-seamer, a changeup, and occasionally uses a cutter. Next offering is fouled back.
The real threats are coming up. Already given up a home run in this inning. He's going to really have to bear down.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Just missing there. 3-2 now.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That's a walk. Went with another changeup and missed the spot.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Man at first. Here's the third baseman, Austin Riley. There's a strike.
Heart of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage. Riley used to be a pitcher back in the day, Boog. In fact, fans used to give him a hard time in his rookie ball days because he started the season with a long slump. He'd get messages questioning if he should go back to pitching, but it turns out he made the right choice.
Makes a nice running catch. And there's one down. Here's Brian Snitker's lineup for the Braves. Down to the 8th spot, a guy that's trying to get back on track at the plate, Orlando Arcia.
Yeah, he's struggling a little bit right now. I mean, he knows it, his team knows it, everybody in the stands knows it, but they need him to turn it around. You know, I'm told he's putting in some extra work in the cages, as he should be doing, so we'll see if he can break out right here. Could be a big moment for him right here. He's sitting on 999 hits, 1 away from adding a comma to that total.
Olsen with a homer in his last game.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
Here's the pitch to Olsen. Right through there for a strike.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
Off the mark there. Yeah, that's ball 2. Fought off foul. Man at first, one away. Run around the move. Pitch inside. Throw to second, and he's out.
That goes to show you stealing a base is a tough thing to do and far from a sure thing, even with big-time speed. It's not easy to catch him, but that was a great catch and throw. Quick, not rushed, and accurate.
Ground ball up the middle. On the run, throw to first. Out. And that's a nice play to end the inning. But they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on this solo shot. It's an early 1-0 lead. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. And we're back. And on the mound in this one, Spencer Strider. What do you have on him, Siggy?
Well, the key for him usually centers around his ability to command all 4 of his pitches. I mean, he can get by with 3 if one isn't working, but it becomes a little tougher to keep hitters guessing, especially when you start to get through the second and third time through the order. So we'll see how he incorporates all of his stuff into this one.
Here's Andres Gimenez. Fastball for a strike. Just missed.
No, off the plate.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it, so it's a good take by him.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Acuna sizes this one up. And there's one away. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. Finding themselves down a run early, they'd like to punch back here with a run of their own.
Absolutely, Boog, but I don't expect them to change their approach because of that run. They still want to put together strong at-bats. Be patient out there and get a feel for this starting pitcher.
And now the right fielder, Nathan Lucas. And that drops in for a strike. 1 out, base is empty. That's in there. And it's 0-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Came after him with the fastball on 0-2, and that's a pretty good demonstration of what power pitching is all about. He's got the stuff, obviously, and right there he used it to put his opponent away without needing to waste any pitches.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now in for a strike, 0-1. Vladdy with another scorching run of play lately. 2 outs, base is empty.
We've gotten used to seeing him put together impressive stretches throughout his career, Boog. When he's going like he is right now, it's really fun to watch him.
Two down, nobody on. Pitch
That's
misses, and that is ball 1. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. 1-2-3 go the Blue Jays. They trail here 1-0. All set for the start of the inning. Now in for the Braves, Marcell Ozuna. Singy, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
1-0.
That one ran inside, almost got him. And the 1-0. Ozuna went deep in his most recent game. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. No throw, and they don't get an out on the play.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. That ball was drilled 106 off the bat, and that's the kind of feedback that tells you you're right where you want to be with your swing mechanics.
Here's Sean Murphy. Outside. And it's 1-0. Murphy, a former Gold Glove winner, 30 years old now. He's knocked in 9 over his last 10 games. At the belt and fires. And another ball.
No, that pitch not even close. A 2-0 count now. He can't be over aggressive. He's got to make sure that pitch is right on a tee for him.
And a foul ball makes the count 2-1. Popped up. Jimenez in position. Makes the catch for the out. And there's one down.
Batting 7, left fielder
Jurickson Profar. Next up for the Braves. Profar matched a homer in his last game. Tap foul at the plate. That
Ball.
misses the zone. And 1-1.
1-1.
Woody Keller making the calls behind home for us today.
And Boog, something to keep an eye on is how pitchers utilize the top part of the strike zone. We see a lot more of that in today's game with pitchers going up there with hard stuff.
Ball 2.
Keller, definitely an umpire that isn't afraid to call strikes up in that part of the strike zone.
What about an umpire's height? How much of a role does that play in your experience and what the strike zone is like?
Yeah, I think it pushes the strike zone up a little bit.
And that chance handled. Spin throw, that's one. Relay to Guerrero, in time, inning-ending double play. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Braves 1 and the Jays nothing. Back here at Rogers Center, bottom of the second. And now the big-time power threat, Anthony Santander. Strider back to work. Santander working through some struggles lately.
Yeah, they say baseball is a game of failure, and that's true even for longtime major leaguers. Sometimes you'll have tough stretches just like this, but he's an experienced vet. He'll probably right the ship soon.
Just missed.
1 ball. 1
Strider's a
strike.
guy known for his velocity. He can bring it, but that wasn't always the case. Coming back from an injury in college, Strider was throwing 94 to 96 miles per hour, Boog, when the Braves drafted him. Now he lights up the radar gun with triple-digit speeds.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Strider deals. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
That fastball at the bottom of the zone can be very effective. Just got to keep it on the corners.
And that's way high. The count now 2-2.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Bo Bichette up to the dish.
He's done a great job making contact recently. Hits in each of the last 6 games.
And that's in there for strike 1. This to third. Riley sends it to first. And that quickly 2 away.
Third baseman, Ernie Clement.
So digging in, Ernie Clement. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. And first offering is fouled off. Check swing, called strike.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely. And I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game, it'd surprise a lot of people. You might even be able to put him in center field.
Got him looking. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. Offense held in check there. We head on down to the top of the third. It's the Braves 1 and the Jays nothing. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a tough series offensively, and a look at those numbers. And foul ball. That hit him. And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning. Here's Jarred Kelenic. Foul ball there. Late that time, and it's strike 2. Runner at first with no outs here. And the pitch is outside, ball 1. Not close with that one. And the count now even up. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Corrals it. And there's one down. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate. He's already homered in this game.
Oh, here's a player who hits the ball a mile when he connects. In fact, Acuna is the first player in the StatCast era to hit 10 straight home runs, all traveling more than 420 feet. He's not exactly just clearing the fences out there.
Arcia, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. Got him swinging. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. Walked his first time. And ball one. Swing and a foul out of play. Going to count 1-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. And now before the 1-2, time is called at home plate. Two outs. And that's downstairs. 2-2.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Ball three.
In the dirt.
Full count.
Ninth pitch of the at-bat due next. This one in the air. Clement makes the grab, and that is that. Braves strand one. They lead it 1-0. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. On the ground, out to short. Arcia whips it to first, and a quick out, number one.
That is ace catcher Alejandro Kirk.
And here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk.
Strider out there on the mound for this one, and he's a guy who had a really impressive college career but needed Tommy John surgery while playing for Clemson.
Yeah, that's fouled off.
You know, Boog, Strider spent time with a sports psychologist at Clemson while rehabbing from his surgery. They talked a lot about the concept of purpose and the importance of having a defined goal for everything you do. You know, it's something Strider now preaches himself.
On the inside corner for a strike. Just misses with that one.
Well, as a pitcher, when you make a big pitch down around the knees and don't get the call, it'll eat at you out there. So some handle it a little bit better than others. And right here, clearly letting the ump hear it a little bit.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And there's a ball. Had Swings and misses. It's a strikeout.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
And now it's Dalton Varsho. And first offering is fouled off. Fastball is outside. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Murphy. And that is that. 9 straight retired here to start the game. It's the Braves 1 and the Jays nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Austin Riley. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
You know, these Braves showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Chance to collect himself now as he asks for time.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
And now 1-2. Now one missed.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Line drive, caught. Here's Matt Olson. Grounded out his first time. On the ground. On to first. You're out. 2 up, 2 down. Here's Marcell Ozuna. Reached on an infield single his first time. Ball 1, no strikes.
1 ball, no strikes.
2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
1-1.
He swings and fouls one off. Two down, nobody on. And he can't come up with it. Still finds a way to get off a throw and save. Couldn't recover from the misplay.
I think he got a little casual on that play and took it for granted a little bit. So maybe just as much of a mental mistake as a physical one. And with 2 outs, that's a tough one to swallow for the entire defense.
So here's Murphy now. First time up was a pop out. Back up the, that got him. Gets it there in time though, and they get it out of the play. 1 left for Atlanta, but they're on top 1-0.
We getting long flow.
Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been struggling. First pitch just misses.
1-0.
And a good eye there.
Just not taking the bait right there, but a good pitch with 2 strikes.
He goes down looking.
We're going to take a look at the pitch sequence of that at bat, and the thing to notice are the pitch locations. Every single one of them on the edges of the strike zone, and as a hitter, that can be pretty frustrating because you don't expect the pitcher to be able to make quality pitches one after another like that. And so those are tough spots to do damage, and a great demonstration of pitch command, and it got him a punch out that time.
Now a chance for Nathan Lucas. And a curve is down and in. And another ball.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up. And that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
Strike 2. The Blue Jays still looking for their first hit in this one. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Coming on Profar. He's there. He's got it. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. His first at bat was a strikeout. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., that swing so reminiscent of his dad. Lots of pop. Knee high, that's in for a strike. Blue Jays down a run.
Quickly down 0-2 in the count. I think you got to choke up a little bit, spread out the feet. You don't know what the velocity or the location of this next pitch is going to be.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's up to 7 strikeouts. Blue Jays go down in order. They're down 1-0. Back now in Toronto, ready now for the 5th inning. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Jurickson Profar. Berrios back to work. Swing and a ball ripped right field, and that one back, and that one is gone. That'll fire up the dugout. His 4th home run of the season, and they add a run. It's 2-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. There was a sinker up in the zone. It looked like it came out of the pitcher's hand a little bit too early. Doesn't have the velocity that good four-seam fastball does. And at the plate, he didn't miss it.
Here's Orlando Arcia. There's the strike. Arcia measures 6 feet even, 185 pounds, and he was born in Venezuela. And strike 2.
Oh, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. And talk about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line, and no one can get there. Around first, heading for 2. The relay to second, not going to get him. He's in there.
He was all over that one. Textbook bat control right there. Got a pitch on the outside, saw it deep into the zone, and just barreled it up, went the other way for the knock.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Kelenic, the next to hit, fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. Fouled off left side. And that misses. And the count even 1-1. Activity in the bullpen. Erik Swanson getting ready to go. Burr also getting ready. Arcia at second with nobody out. Swings through that one for strike 2. Time asked for at the plate, and he gets it. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Headed for the plate. Now a long throw home. Slides his hand in there. Save. And they're up by 3.
Everything came together for him. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Here comes the manager out of the Blue Jays dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. That's all for Jose Berrios, and he's not going to be happy with himself. New pitcher on the mound in a moment. New pitcher now for the Jays, Erik Swanson.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. He's already homered here in this one. First pitch, and he just misses.
You know, these Braves doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. One thing that really stands out to me is how they've only struck out 1 time. That's good discipline right there, and on top of it, they're producing more than a hit per inning.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Varsho makes the catch, and there's 1 gone.
All those numbers mean this offense is really making the defense work by just putting the ball into play. Anything can happen at that point.
Ozzie Albies next up for the Braves. He's 0 for 1.
Love how vocal the umpire is today. No doubt in the hitter's mind, catcher's mind, and even the pitcher's mind as to the conviction in the call.
And a foul ball. And that one is lifted in the air. Lucas pulls it down. 2 down.
Now batting, third baseman Austin Riley.
So here's Riley now. 0 for 2 in this one. Right through there for a strike.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
2 runs across in the inning, and we're at the top of the 5th. Swing and a ball driven out to center. That's back. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. So 2 runs in the inning on 3 hits, including the home run. No errors and 1 left. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Braves 3 and the Jays nothing. And we're back, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Anthony Santander at the plate.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Riley pulls that one down. 1 down. And next for Toronto, Bo Bichette. 0 for 1 so far.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
Swing and a ground ball. Albies over to first in time. Home half of the 5th inning, moving along. 2 quick outs. 2 outs, base is empty. And now for the Jays, Ernie Clement. Caught looking his first time up. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
The 0-1. Late on that fastball.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
That one just misses.
Too close for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons, he let it go by. He's still in the at-bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
And the slider just misses.
Really good slider. He's up there just hoping that it ends up off the plate away.
That missed inside. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through 1 more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Tosses to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Nothing doing for the Blue Jays. They trail it here 3-0. Back here at Rogers Center. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. And now it's Matt Olson's turn to hit. Fastball in the inside corner for a strike. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider. Now he steps out as time is granted. In the air, right field, pretty well struck. That's back. Into the bullpen and gone. He shoots one out to right. His 4th home run of the season. It's 4-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
And next for Atlanta, Marcell Ozuna. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit.
Now batting, catcher Sean Murphy.
Man at first, nobody out. Now it's the Atlanta catcher, Sean Murphy. And there's the strike. One on, nobody out, a run in, and we're the top half of the sixth. Ball one there. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Way outside, straight to the backstop. Ozuna into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility.
Definitely trying to work down and get that double play ball, but it got away enough to erase any chance of that. Good job of moving up into scoring position. Now a hit could make that wild pitch really sting.
Ozuna stands at second with no outs. And it remains 2-2.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit. Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a two-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. I mean, with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on it.
Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Just overmatched on that fastball right there, and it wasn't like he was set up for it by something off speed earlier in the at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
And first offering is fouled off. And that one gets past the catcher. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
Have to be really sure you can make it safely to third when you're in scoring position and 2 outs. Got to get that run across. Very important. Does a nice job of reading it. Gets to third base, now just 90 feet away.
Next pitch is downstairs. 2 outs with a runner at third. Hit in the air, center field. Varsho moving under it, and that is that. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's now a 4-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. Well, we go bottom 6. Now it's the DH, Will Wagner. Hit on the ground, and it gets through. Just like that, the perfect game is gone. So a man at first, and now the catcher comes up to him. Alejandro Kirk, 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Right through there for a strike.
Well, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Strider winds and deals. Foul ball. Ground ball to first, could be 2. Over to Arcia. That's 1. Dribbles it. That's 2.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
2 down, bases empty. Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays. He's 0 for 1. Missed with a changeup. Ball 1. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. This one popped up. Albies. And he makes the catch. And the inning is over. Down in order go the Blue Jays. They're down 4-0. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Ryan Burr. He's pitching on 2 days rest. And now the center fielder, Jared Kelenic.
Mama always told me
And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. Swing and a miss, struck him out. That's the first out in the top of the 7th.
Man, that slider bearing in on your hands like that, it's just so tough to fight off. It's kind of like a cutter and just can eat you up, saw you off. I'll tell you what, hitters have nightmares about that pitch. Perfectly executed out there on the mound.
Acuna in the box here, lets that one go for a ball.
No strikes.
Not even close there. And it's 2-0. And another ball.
No strikes.
That one's in there. And the count is 3-1. Bases empty, 1 away here in the top half of inning number 7. Outside corner, there's a strike.
Full count.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a slider, and there's 2 gone.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
Albies stands in now and watches strike 1. And that skips into dirt.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
Next
Ball
pitch
2.
misses. Ball 2.
2-2.
Breaking ball misses down and away.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
3-2. The pitch is outside and ball 4.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. A game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
Throw over to first. Albies dives back in.
This is a great dynamic right here. Speedy runner at first, thinking about taking second. Catcher with the pop time that leaves Jaws on the floor. This might get interesting, Boog.
Riley, the next to hit, takes outside.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Albies on the move. Strike in there. Throw. Save. Singy, he definitely showed off the wheels there.
Yeah, and it turned out to be a bang-bang play. StatCast gives us the data, and that stolen base wasn't possible without that sprint speed.
That one fouled off. 2-2. Man on second, 2 down.
Full count.
Squirts away a little bit. Matt Olson would be next if they can extend the inning.
And he's homered already, so I'm sure he'd love a chance to do some more damage here.
Next offering, popped to the air, right field. Lucas settles under it and makes the catch. And that's the third out. Braves strand one, but they're in front 4-0. Back now in Toronto, bottom of the 7th. Now it's the second baseman, Andres Jimenez.
Changing speeds has this lineup completely off balance in this one. We've seen a lot of mistimed swings, and it's been a challenge for these hitters to get their rhythm right. Usually when a pitcher's had a dominant outing, he has filled up the strike zone and he's gotten ahead in the count with first pitch strikes. Well, that's exactly what this guy has done in this one. Over 70% first pitch strikes.
Right through there for a strike. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Oh, there's a 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
So up next for Toronto, Nathan Lucas. That's a strike. It's 0-1.
When a guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes as a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Now batting, the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero.
And here's the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
That one finds the zone. That's strike 1.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
2 outs.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
That one misses. Now 1-2. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Brings it in, and that will end the inning. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Tommy Nance. This is his 5th appearance of the year. Here is Matt Olson.
First baseman, Matt Olson.
Close, but call the ball. Ball 1. Nance. In his 3rd season, he throws a slurve, a sinker, and he works in a slider.
Ball 2. 2-0 to count.
Just missed. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it can be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at-bat turns out.
That one misses.
Take your base.
So a leadoff walk.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Man at first. And now it's the Braves DH, Marcell Ozuna. Swings through that. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Jimmy Garcia appears to be getting loose. Swings through that one out in front that time. Behind 0-2, he steps out for time. Olson aboard here at first with nobody out. That one not close. Now 1-2. Here's the pitch to Ozuna.
That's a
Ozuna
check.
checks
What do you
his
got?
swing. Now an appeal to first. Didn't go. Nance sets, fires. That one misses. Full count, 3-2. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Hauls it in for the out. And there's one down. Sean Murphy next up for the Braves. 0 for 3 in this one. First offering, and it just misses. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. Cut on and lifted in the air. Lucas sizing this one up. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 down. Jurickson Profar will hit next.
Jurickson Profar.
Towards first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Pierce Johnson.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
And now here is Anthony Santander. Misses
Ball one.
inside. 1-0.
1 ball, no strikes.
Just
No, that's
missed.
the ball.
2-0 count to a guy with this much pop at the dish. You better expect him to be turning on something. It's going to either get hit hard to the pull side or the fans better look out in the stands.
Next. Offering his foul back. And
Ball
that
three.
is downstairs. 3-1. That one ripped right center field. Back there. And it is gone. He'll circle the bases. It's his 6th home run of the season, and they're chipping away. It's 4-1.
He really needed that swing. He hasn't been getting a ton of results at the plate lately, so I'm sure that one felt especially good. There was a cutter away. Kind of works like a slider. You've got to stay on it, let it travel a little bit, and then get your arms extended. Really good piece of hitting right there.
And next for Toronto, Bo Bichette has grounded out a couple of times.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Grounds one to short. Arcia whips it to first.
Got him, that's an out.
One gone to the bottom of the 8th.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
Now the third baseman, Ernie Clement. And that's in there at the knees.
0-1.
And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
0-2.
To the right side,
No, that's foul.
but that rolls foul. Just outside. And the count 1-2.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. That
That's the
misses
ball.
the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Fly ball down the line. Dives and it gets by. Makes the turn and heads for second. Not stopping. He's going for 3. The relay in there safely.
Man, that was a pretty good battle at the plate, and I'll tell you, it feels pretty good as a hitter when you grind out a hit like that. Now that sets up a huge at-bat in this ball game.
Now it's going to be Will Wagner. Here comes the manager out of the Braves dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Pierce Johnson gives way, and he leaves a runner at third. So we'll see how the next pitcher deals with that when we get back. Here comes a new arm for the Braves, Dylan Lee. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the ninth with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
The lefty, the 1-0. That clips the inside corner for a strike. The lefty ready, and a 1-1. Right through there for a strike. That one outside, and that's ball two. Well struck right field. Runner from third comes across, and it's an RBI single, and it's now a 2-run game.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. He hit that ball really well to deep right field right there. Got a pitch to drive and just stayed through it nicely. Didn't quite have the trajectory to clear the fence, but you're always happy with an extra base hit. Really important at bat coming up now.
One out, runner at second. In steps the man they call Captain Kirk.
Acuna doesn't even stick out his glove.
1-0.
In the dirt, but no advance. That's ball one. Line drive, base hit. Headed for the plate. He'll score easily, and it's an RBI single. It's 4-3.
A costly mistake in the outfield thanks to the bad read, and terrible timing for that to happen. That's a play you just want to forget about.
One down, runner at first. And now for the Jays, Dalton Varsho. Top of the zone for a called strike.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get two. Get out of this.
Close one. Doesn't get the call.
1-1.
And the count is 1-1. And there's the strike.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
Chopped on the ground. Olsen. And they tag him out. Andres Jimenez now at the plate. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. And the slider just misses.
1 ball, no strike.
Swing and a miss. And the count 1-1.
1 strike.
So the tying run at second. Riley throws across the diamond, inning over, and it could have been worse. So they get 3 runs on 4 hits. One was the solo homer. Through 8 full, it's the Braves 4 and the Blue Jays 3. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Jimmy Garcia.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Stepping in, Orlando Arcia. That clips a corner. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Alek Manoah, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Bastardo also throwing. And that is out of play. The shortstop takes the ball.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. Here's the center fielder, Jared Kelenic. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1-0.
That's a strike across the top of the zone.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. This one could be trouble. Into second with a double, and they've got something brewing now.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Put a really nice balanced swing on it, and when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box. And
one out, runner at second, and here is Ronald Acuna Jr. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1 ball, no strikes.
Man at second. That catches the corner. Batter calls time and steps out. He needs a refresh. It is a big at bat. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Ozzie Albies digs in now. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. And misses inside.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
That misses, and it's 2-1.
2-1.
1-run game here in the top of the 9th. That's down and in.
3-1.
Austin Riley next to bat for the Braves. And it's filled up.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out. The runs. So bottom of the 9th, now the number 2 hitter, Nathan Lucas. Lee back to work. And a base hit up the middle. And the tying run is on base here in the bottom of the ninth.
Well, a big swing of the bat right there. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Here comes the manager out of the Braves dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Dylan Lee done for the night, and he leaves in a one-run game. New pitcher coming up. We'll be back in a minute. New pitcher for the Braves, Joe Jimenez.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Guerrero in the box now, takes strike one.
Late in the game, everyone gets a little tighter. Way to get ahead on a really good hitter right there. If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
That breaking ball drops in for a strike.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
One-run game, bottom nine. And a foul ball, he stays alive. So Vladdy Jr. strikes out.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his third strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
He's 2 outs away. Anthony Santander next up for the Blue Jays. In there at the knees, strike one. With the winning run at the plate, and the home team trying to pull it out. In the air, out towards right center. Kelman sizes this one up, squeezes it, and there's 2 away. So they're down to their final out. So up next for Toronto, Bo Bichette. 3 groundouts already. He's 0 for 3. That one finds the corner. 0-1.
Right now they're looking for something hit hard into the gaps. Give them an opportunity with 2 outs to score that run from first.
And that one fouled off. One strike away. He's got it. Ball game. And the Braves have won 10 in a row.
So they break into another level with this win streak at 10 now. I think the key is to maintain the focus, because you can have this motivation to get to double digits and then have a letdown. They've got to try to just put out all the distractions, turn off the sports highlights, and come back out here and play baseball the way they've been doing it in the next game.
And the final score here, 4-3. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.